Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with the updated deck list for the Playing on a Budget blue-black heroics. Unfortunately, this is a mulligan as we have no lands. I've switched out again the Rakdos Cacklers for the throw parasites. We'll just take a look at this deck real quick. The things I've added is Dustmantle Seer for the control matchups, and some Gift of Orzovas in the sideboard for aggro. And put a Mizzium Skin, another Mizzium Skin, mainboarded. Only 2 throw parasites, so we're down to 14 creatures. Took out the Ordeals, so we still have the Scourgemarks, the Fate Foretold, the Hidden Strings, and the Curses. And then I've added some Doomblade's main board. As creature matchups, especially the red deck wins, is a bit problematic. Yes, we like to mulligan, and this is a great hand. Got the Triton and the Agent of Fates, so we need to hit one of those Mizzium Skins if we're going against... Okay, so we got the green-white matchup that I wanted to show. So this is going to be fun. We can lead off with this Watery Grave and pass the turn to him. And I'm sure he's going to put like a voice down this turn. This is an incredibly popular deck. This deck is very good against the control matchups and against the red deck wins matchups, as it just goes over the top. And I could Doomblade here. I actually think that I might as well. There's not much other targets that are worth it. Just get this voice out here. He gets a 1/1 token. It's going to hit me for 2. But the Agent of Fate is going to definitely make up the card advantage. The Scourgemark is going to draw me a card. And I do have to worry about a populator. But he has... The Woodlot Crawlers in the sideboard are great too. And this is going to be amazing once I hit a Hidden Strings. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out the Agent of Fates. And pretty much, I don't think he has any removal. Besides like Celestine Charms. He could have a Last Breath does not work. So a Fleecemane Lion doesn't work either. So I'm going to be taking 6 here. But he's going to be sacking a lot of creatures. Oh, and there's Hidden Strings. This should be game. We're going to Scourgemark. He doesn't have hexproof yet, so we can actually tap this guy down. Well, let's see what he does first. Let's go ahead and put a Scourgemark on the Agent of Fate. Got to sack a creature. Probably give me the Centaur token. It's the weakest one. We get to draw a card. And we're going to tap down here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to draw another card out of this. I mean, he'll block, though, if I attack. Without... Well, I could untap this. No, he'll just sack this and then block here, but then he'd be out. It's going to be tap down this guy. And... target. No, we can actually... If we untap, we can untap and untap. Nah, it's going to be target the Agent of Fates. Because then we wipe his board. So... Yes, we'd like to... tap it down. God's willing, huh? He's still got to sack a creature. I got a card out of his hand. And this is very tempting to swing in here and then have him out of cards. And I think I do. No, he has to meet the block. So it depends on whether I think it's worth it. If he Monstrosities this, it's indestructible. But I can still make him sack it. Oh, this is difficult. Because from now on out, he just sits back and Next turn, he could actually attack in and leave back something weaker. So I think I do attack in here, and he's got to make this trade. He has to block here, otherwise this guy dies. So, not bad. We're both into top deck mode. And my top decks are potentially a lot better than his. Yeah, it's going to be another Agent of Fates. And he's going to add in the worm, and that's actually very problematic. Because he could Celestial Charm. No, I think we're okay. 2 cards in hand. Still scary, but I mean we have tons of answers for the worm. Just natural answers. Scourgemark's gonna cantrip. Throw Parasite can block a... Well, it's going to be Scourgemark on the Agent of Fates. He's got to sack a creature. I'm sure he's going to sack the Loxodon Smiter. No, and he doesn't. That's awesome because now I can actually cast a Parasite here. And we'll actually Mizzium Skin. Make him sack that. Locks in a Smiter. And then we're free to attack in here for 4. So we should be in great shape. We can start extorting with the Parasite. He gets another land. So I'm going to go ahead, cast a Triton, extort. And I mean, this is a very serious deck too. Like I said, it's so good versus the control. Flashing in these Avid of the Worms end of turn and just putting them on a lot of pressure really quick. And then red deck wins is go over the top, and Tristani's just make it miserable for red deck wins. And we'll swing in for 5. He's down to a 10. Avid of the Worm could have been scary there at the end of turn. Fate Foretold. Really good on Mr. Triton. And I do believe we will extort. No, we won't extort, actually. Because now we get a hidden strings. So this is exactly how this deck should work. Can't extort here quite yet. We're going to fill up our hand. We have a Mizzium Skin. And we're going to go ahead and swing in with everything. And Avid the Worm looks like it's going to come down, actually. Celestial Charm, put a Night Token. Okay. We'll Mizzium Skin, the Agent of Fates. Rootboard defenses. It populates it, but he still has to sack. And he's out of cards. And then he only decide which one he wants to kill. And it's very difficult to choose which guy to kill. I get a card here if he kills it. If he doesn't kill it and kills the Agent of Fates, I hidden strings. I get to untap 2 things, or I get to actually untap a thing and then draw a card. Actually, he cannot block the Agent of Fates now because, well, he can block it, but my Agent of Fates is a 4/3. So, yeah, he's got to go there. He's still going to take 5. I'm going to draw a card. And maybe I could have waited till he declared blocks, or actually Rootborn Defensed. But I don't think there's anything he can draw into to pump his dude up to enough to kill me next turn. And he has to leave a guy back anyway, or he's dead next turn. We're going to be able to extort quite well next turn. Oh, he does have Vigilance. So I'm down to a 6. And he just keeps on coming. Island's not good. This is actually getting quite scary now. I think what I do is I Triton and extort, and then just cast a Tormented Hero and not extort. And I might actually want to attack in with the Agent of Fates as if I draw basically into anything. He loses a token which is able to populate. No, I think I just let the lion. Well, it's indestructible, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm attacking with the Agent of Fates. Make him get rid of that knight. So that knight doesn't just get a free swing in. And I'm going to cast a Tormented Hero. Because then he's got to decide how he wants to go about this. Now, Celestia Charm plus a monstrosity. No, he doesn't have it. He probably hit into a land. Scourgemark would have been nice. Would have got me another swamp as well, and I could extort, swinging with everything. All right, so we barely win that one, even though we had pretty much the god draw. But now the cool cards come in. The Woodlot Crawler. Oh, no, I didn't hit save again. This is a little bit different. No Gift of Resorba. I really need to hit these save buttons. I swear you got to spam them, too. It doesn't... Mizzium Skins are bad in this one, so is Swan Song. They're just completely unnecessary. I mean, I could Swan Song and Advent of the Worm, but I don't really care about it. I actually like Duskmantle Seer in this matchup. Disperse comes in. Psychic Stride is not necessary. The Throw Parasites actually probably aren't necessary. I don't know if I like the Cures in here. I don't think I need them. I think I'd rather have a Duskmantle Seer than the Cure. Because the Cure can only kill it can only kill a night token or only kill a Voice of Resurgence, and that's 2 cards I don't really want a card for. I'd rather just have these other cards that go the distance. So Disperse is a little bit better, and Duskmantle Seer is a little bit better. So I'm going to submit this. This is an absolutely amazing hand. Our opponent has to mulligan to 6. He keeps it. Does not have a first turn play. And there's our God card. Woodlot Crawler. It just completely shuts this deck down. They really don't have an answer for it. Got the Far and Away. It's so good versus this deck. I'm sure Voice of Resurgence is coming out. No, it's going to be a Fleece main Lion. I'm thinking I might actually want a Temple of Deceit right here. Well, we're gonna Woodlot Crawler. If we need to far something, we can do that. But a Woodlot Crawler is just really hard for him to come back from this, because I can block this Fleece main Lion all day long. And the Temple of Deceit is a little unfortunate. It's going to come into play on tap. But again, we got the far. Smiter again, not a big deal. There's a Dustmantle Seer. I actually will keep a land if it's on top. Doomblade, I'm actually going to put that on top as well. That way we can kill his Fleece Main's Lion or the Loxodon Smiter. A Voice Resurgence is okay. Yeah, I'm going to actually double block here. And if he's got... No, he might have a Celestial Flare here. No, he doesn't. So Loxodon Smiter dies. For just a tormented hero. I'm going to be able to Doomblade this turn. I do believe that it's the right play on the Fleece main Lion. Just do it on my turn. And now we're in pretty good shape. We got in a way to make him sacrifice something else. He's down to 3 cards. Down to 2 cards now. And there's the Disperse. The Agent of Fates is the way to go. Again, just keep this Woodlot Crawler back. Shuts these green decks down completely. He might Advent the Worm at the end of turn, but we can always far it or disperse it. We still got plenty of time. And we actually can just block it with the worm if he decides to attack with both. Yeah, I'm definitely going to block it with the Agent of Fates. No. We'll just disperse it. I mean, he could have a Rootborn Defense. If that's the case, I am in a little bit of trouble. We'll absorb a damage. Land would be great here. That's perfect. So I'm going to disperse. And actually I'm going to far the Centaur. And he's down to 1 card. I'm down to a 13. Maybe I didn't need to do that. And he's just going to concede here. He wasn't dead. Hidden Strings, well, yeah, Hidden Strings, he was pretty much dead. So we go 2-2. Not too bad. We'll talk about it in the wrap-up. This is Kevin from GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.